What is up, everyone? Happy New Year's, everyone. It's a couple days after the New Year's, I think, but it's 2024, which is kind of wild because 2023 was probably the craziest year for any of us. A good year.
It's a great year.
If you guys didn't watch a recap, go watch it. I also put a lot of work into it. A really good video.
It was a funny video.
It was a funny video.
I smiled the whole time.
It was good. Just go put it on in the background.
Grab some popcorn, sit down with your friends.
Or put it on your TV when you're gaming or something.
Or if you're actually working on your project car.
That's great. Same little motivation. Love that. 2024. Big year. We have a lot planned, and we're starting the year off pretty crazy because we have a lot of a lot going on right now, and all kind of compiled because December ended up being way more of a difficult month than I really anticipated. So you guys know we have the S14 Pro Car going on. I just got this freaking thing, which I was not expecting, but
I didn't know anything about this.
When duty
no one knew anything about this.
Yeah, but it's like when the opportunity rises, you don't sleep.
I'm here for it.
I don't sleep. And then we have the 34. That abomination of a car. Nah, it's a good car.
It's a great car.
It's a good car.
Tedious.
I neglected the fact of how hard it is to get parts in December from a lot of people taking the whole freaking month off. Black Friday having everyone behind and just chaos everything. We've been on
top of building multiple cars at the same time.
Yes, on top of needing a lot of parts for multiple cars. We've been having a really hard time getting parts for said cars. So we've been jumping around a lot, right? So we got the Porsche torn apart, and now the next part of this whole project is actually getting the engine fitted in here so that we can do all the fab work, because we're gonna do a lot of cutting, grinding, we're gonna do a lot of bracketry made before we even do any of the body work and do all that, right? That's the next step. I picked the engine, I picked the trans.
Guess what?
But guess what? The adapter plate is 4 weeks out. I begged this guy. I offered him so much, way more this way. I tried, I really tried, but we're gonna have to wait 4 weeks for the adapter plate. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you could just make the adapter plate. It's so figured out. I don't want to do something that's back and forth.
I mean, it's just a critical part. Like, it lines up your trans with your engine. Yeah. Any slight variation and you're breaking a lot.
I want to figure it out piece. Like, I don't want to play games here. But that's really the next step of it, and kind of getting the rest of the chassis prepped. We'll begin doing it in the background, but we're not going to go too crazy in the meantime because it doesn't really work for the story of it, right? One of the biggest issues with all of these videos is we got to tell a story, right? We're a freaking YouTube channel. That's what we do. We tell a story, and unfortunately, just filming work isn't really how this gets done. When we make progress, we have to do it in an orderly fashion that is entertaining to watch, and you guys see some type of progress, and hopefully you guys learn something from it.
That's everything here.
That's everything. So it becomes very difficult about planning progress in that way that it becomes counterproductive, but it is what it is. So a lot of days on this car and the S14 that need a lot of work that isn't gonna get filmed. And so these cars are very difficult to make.
And the stuff you've literally seen.
Yeah.
We're just doing it again.
It's gonna be a slow time with these cars, but we're gonna make it work in the meantime. And in the 34, we have been at a standstill because of parts, just some of the major components. But I think the next video, I think I have enough to actually get this a good video done. So next video, I'm thinking we do the 34. I feel like I needed to give an update because we're about to make the shop even more chaotic, because that's what we do, because when duty calls, we come a running. At the end of the day, the show must go on, Spoon. We post a video almost every other day, and if you can imagine,
they don't realize this is live. Like 2 days from now, you're gonna see it tomorrow. Tomorrow you'll see today's video. Yeah. It's New Year's. It's the first.
We don't stop.
It's a holiday.
It's a holiday. And guess what? Instead of, I don't want to film grinding for the extra hours on the car, so I figured we would reveal something. A couple weeks ago, a great deal popped up. All right, everyone's heard that.
It was my fault. You can't blame Jimmy on this one. It was introduced to me. I passed it on.
And I'm not gonna sleep, right? So, well, it finally decided to show up a little while ago, and we've had it covered, and I think it's time that we show it off.
I've been dying to dig into it.
I know you have.
I know.
So, check it out.
What was that? What'd you buy?
You already know what I bought.
Actually, I didn't know about this one. This I didn't know about. That I know about.
Here it goes.
Potential project, potential part out. Potential parts car for me.
We're gonna see. I don't really know what we're doing with this one.
How do you always wanted one?
Yeah.
It's got the right engine in it.
It's got the right color.
It looks like got some meats in the back.
I've only seen like 3 photos of this car.
I've seen those same 3 photos, and they look rough.
Oh, has got the Camry dent in the bumper. Keep going.
That's good.
That's good. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
You could tell they were building a drag car.
Let's get this thing unloaded.
It's the right color. I'll wrap mine in red. Have matching FRSs.
I would love that. Oh my God, let's check this thing out. The bodies?
Nice.
The bumpers are pretty messed up, but like, dude, the metal?
Listen. You know how long it took me to find a front bumper?
Are they hard to find?
Yeah.
Or you're just being cheap?
No, because every
I'm kidding.
FRS, no, every FRS is hitting the front.
That's a fact.
So you can't find. Oh yeah, this is a nice bumper too.
What you doing with this, Jim? Another one.
Another one. There you go.
This one was a good deal.
Careful now, guys.
You start coming down, then I told you to stop. You stop. Then after that, I'll just check the.
Don't be scared of the yellow. You know?
Ray Slicks on the 8.6.
I just want to adjust the ramps.
It's a nice car.
Is it nice?
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect. So much nicer than I thought it was going to be.
That's a good thing.
It's very rare that happens.
There
Let it go.
Let it go. There she goes.
Just put it.
That's crazy.
Okay.
So many parts.
Oh man, we got a lot of things to find out.
Interior's all here. It's got front and back seats.
Usually when you buy a project, everything's broken, everything sucks, and you regret it every single time.
Yeah.
We got some Larry Hoovers on the back.
For real, the Larry Hoovers spooning the Timboovers.
With the Mickey Tommies, bro.
The Mickey Tommy. Ray Slicks on the 8.6.
Rate slick on the 8.6. Well,
Let's get her inside.
yeah, we got some digging to do, Steve.
Digging up holes.
I've wanted a red first gen since I was like 19.
I'm so hyped.
There it is.
This is sick. I mean, I don't even know what to think of it. I don't know what we're gonna do with it, but it was a good deal and I couldn't pass it on. You guys know, I used to only make a t-shirt that says it was a good deal.
It was a good deal.
Look, it's got the Camry dent.
That'll pop right out.
A little hot water and one a spoon suction cup. Hey.
Nah, I can stick one.
Look at the sign. This has got all the PPE on it.
It's got a lot of PPE on it, even the front.
All right, let's get inside. It's right. So I decided to buy a 2013.
That's definitely a 13.
It's a 13 FRS. Red. Love red cars. Oh, they're all coming back red again. This car is quite the mystery project, right? As you can tell, it is a project. It's got clear signs of a project car. So this was being built, I think, about 5 years ago, and it looks like it was being built into a drag car. Says the welds and the Mickey Thompsons on the back.
Was this your first set of radials in this shop?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. The Mickey T on this thing. I don't know if I would pick an FRS as a good drag chassis.
Whoa. Back in my drag racing days, it was a lime green one, 2JZ. Did work. It was one of my favorite cars.
Yeah, really?
Did work.
I would
Thing's
never-
still out there. I'll look for it. It's a beautiful car.
It was being built into being a drag car. Things happened and the car sat for many, many years and we got offered it and well, I couldn't say no. And you're probably wondering, what am I gonna do with this? Right? I probably should.
There's no purpose.
There's no purpose.
There's no purpose.
And this is the video where I wanna hear what you guys think. Should we park this car out? Should we try and finish the project and maybe do some hits in the road because all the drag strips are closed for a couple months? Do we turn it into something else? We rip it apart and put the engine in something else? Like,
I have ideas.
Do we give it to Austin?
what do we do, right? So, and the goal was to put this in the corner meantime and not even bother until we got caught up with things, but dude, we're car guys, we're chaotic, we're having fun. So, good deal reveal this. I know we're not doing a lot of talking, but I have to make a disclaimer that this is not hindering the progress of any other cars. We're only touching this or seeing this right now because we have a little bit of downtime and we gotta make some videos. So let's pop the hood and see what the hell we're looking at, right? Okay.
Yeah, seriously.
up.
What is this?
What
is that?
I'm not gonna know.
Don't even smell that bad in here. For a car that sat outside for like 4 or 5 years, like.
It's got up pipes.
The interior, I haven't looked at this car yet.
I told you it was good.
Drum roll, please. 2JZ, no shit.
It's so sick.
That's sick. It looks pretty crusty. It's been sitting outside for a long time, as you can
And
tell.
it's an unfinished project, you can tell.
Yeah,
Non-VVTI 2J.
Right up your alley.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I love that. If you saw this on Marketplace, it's like, oh, it just needs a starter and a tune.
It looked worse in pictures.
It did look worse in pictures, which I don't know what that says about me. Here, parts everywhere. I don't really know what it's weird, right? There's like a combination of good parts and a combination of cheap parts, right? We have a $400 Borg Warner on here. He went with, I don't know, maybe Yaris coils, which, you know, isn't
Actual tailgate, actual tail blow off valve. Like he spent money in the right places.
It's a funny hodgepodge of parts, and we're like the part list I got of it is very small. We don't know.
Honda guy built it.
You could tell a Honda guy built it.
Do you have a list of what the car has to run through real quick?
List I got so far was stuff that needs to be done, vacuum lines, and a tune.
Yeah, sounds about right.
A custom harness, a nice harness. I'm not mad about that. It says it has a Motec 150 in it. I hope it's inside the car. 2JZ motor. Yep. It says it has a T56 Magnum.
I like the sounds of that.
I love the sound of that. Billet means, yeah, I don't know.
Another mystery built engine.
Dude, I can't get away from these stupid Mr. Bell engines.
I'm with it.
I'm nervous to see what's in this engine, right?
No.
I'm excited. But if he did billet mains, he's got Mickey Thompson on it, he was gonna send it. The only thing that was concerning, it's been sitting for a long time, which is great. It has the manifolds on, right? If you're gonna let an engine sit, please make sure the manifolds are on and the plugs are on. That was covered, which is really nice. Does it spin? So,
It's a little crusty.
the only thing I'm very stressed about is the fact that it was dump tube like this, and moisture could have gotten in through the turbo, which then could have gotten into the manifold, which then could have gotten into the cylinders, which then it's an iron block, so if it was sitting for a long time, the walls could be a little rusty, which is not good. So that's where our biggest concern was. If this had a full exhaust on it, I'd be like, it's good, I don't care.
It's fine.
It's fine. Put a little oil in the cylinders, crank it over, you're fine. But we're gonna have to, before we try and spin anything over, we're gonna have to take the plugs out, put a borescope in there, see actually inside what's up with this engine, because we don't know. And then it says it has a custom 1,000 horsepower axles, which is pretty sick. It looks like a stock engine. Like, it doesn't look like it's ever been to the machine shop.
I'm actually happy about it.
Yeah. The likelihood of the stock engine being good is better than a mystery built engine usually. There is a bunch of parts shoved inside the car, and I know Spoon is really excited for that one. So let's see what's in the car and see if there's anything good in there. I feel like this is an episode of like Storage Wars when they start pulling stuff up. Where's Steve? Like, what is it? Yeah, that's a nickel.
Coat with a bunch of brand new parts.
I like that. Stock is a stock. This is a cooler. Let's see. Stock 16 heater hose line. I'll take that. Ooh. What the hell are these brackets for? Is it front? Front tension rod? It's a little boost controller. I'll take that.
All OEM Toyota stuff.
OEM.
Oil filters.
Oil filters. That's good.
That on the shelf.
Sick.
Not mad about that. Engine mounts. JZ engine mounts. Billet. Maybe nice. We'll find out. We got just AN fittings.
There's a lot of wood spots.
Oh, this is cool. These are the bumper lights that always fall off on these cars. So if you look at the front bumper, it's the dumbest design. See that piece missing? Gone. Stupid. Why would they do that? 16 AN fittings. Love that.
Those are expensive.
Very expensive. Hell yeah, fitting bin just got crazy. You're not sitting here like, no way, no way. But there's a lot of like $50, $60, $70 goodies in this bin that we'll use. And so like
That adds up.
this is like
Each 16 AN fitting is like $50.
that's what I'm saying. This is like $400 worth of stuff that we'll casually use, which is super cool. So like I've come to really appreciate like getting this stuff when we buy project cars. When you buy a car from some dude, he's just like, just take that bucket of
Listen,
stuff over
I've
there.
pieced together half of my car with half of your stuff laying around.
There we go.
It's still got full interior.
Full interior, just needs to get
Oh,
cleaned.
I love it because every time you get project cars, there's like one door card missing.
Yeah.
Half the interior,
No
the back
carpet.
is broken. There's no carpet for some reason.
No, everything looks like it's there. It just needs to be cleaned and put together.
Dude, this is like the car when I was in high school. Like you know when you're.
It had just come out.
It just came out and like
Yeah.
the cool kids had, and you're like, oh, like this was the car I dreamt of, but I never could find a good excuse for it because it was always like too expensive to want to do something with it because you had to do something with it because they're so freaking slow to begin with.
Yeah.
There's a lot of parts back here. Holy shit. I hope those are stock cams. That means there's something in it.
They don't.
No, those aren't stock cams, right? Those look too big to be stock.
Where's the stamp?
Yeah, there's definitely a 272 right there.
Yeah, you felt that?
Yeah.
You felt that? Well, that one's in good condition.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's that for a couple too many years. I don't think you'll ever grind that thing off.
Nice carbon lip.
A little carbon lip.
Oh, it's actually carbon too.
Carbon on red is so good. Like I'm usually not a big carbon guy, but I don't hate it.
No, that's not bad.
It's not bad, right? Carbon and red goes good together. Heck yeah. See, this is where, so we can't, I don't think you could run it with the Yaris coils, which is probably why a lot of people don't run it. But like, look how this looks like. You look at this, you're like, what the hell is that dirty thing? and you're like, Jay-Z. That looks faster now, I think.
A front subframe.
That's crazy. I can't tell if it's expensive or not. Like, you know, like some of the Chinese pieces look like just tubular and fancy. There's gonna be no middle ground here. This is gonna be like an eBay cheap part, or it's gonna be a very expensive part. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, it definitely goes with this bracket. This has to be like the tension rod bracket or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out.
Found the big piece.
What'd you find? Oh, there you go. It really does have a Motec in it. Holy shit.
Now this.
An M150. Those are expensive.
It's a jumper harness.
Expensive piece.
That is.
I think these are what, like 3 grand? You know what sucks about Motec? Like, it's like 3 grand, and then to tune it, you have to pay like another like 2,500 bucks to tune it. It's the dumbest thing ever. Just buy a link, hop below shop.
Yeah, 3 grand.
Yeah, I'm up 50s. That's weird. I wonder how they made the harness then. If they like bridged it with the
factory.
Yeah, I'm curious. They put a jumper in here. They use the same plugs as links, so we could just pin these around. But there's so many IOs in here.
Motorcycle turn your wipers on for you.
That's a problem for future, Jimmy.
Turbo blanket.
I'll take it. Ain't no funk, but it'll do.
Fuel pump relays. Use those.
Just big juicy relays. Once again, more pieces that we always need for every build. So like this is actually really nice. Innovate, you know, wideband. That's nice. I don't really care for them, but that's a nickel.
ARP main studs.
Used main studs. Interesting. Some of these parts make this seem even more mysterious.
Oh. 2 Jersey main caps.
Ah, see,
it came with
the main.
Mains.
Gotta hope that doesn't mean the motor's not.
In the motor stock.
I hope it's just not in there for mock-up.
If it was in there for mock-up, they wouldn't have all the wiring and everything.
But this is all used.
Is it? Not really. There's
oh yeah.
On here.
No, these are used. Which is fine. You could reuse these. What is the story of this card?
Hey, did you buy one of these?
Is it really? Oh, thank God, dude. These stupid things are never in stock.
Tight and nice.
That's so nice. Not only are they expensive, they're never in stock. When you have a JZ, the factory crank pulleys are 2 pieces, right?
Just so the other thing, they fall apart.
They fall apart. They literally, so the inside and outer shell is just pushed together with rubber in between. They wear out and they just spin off.
That's the other thing, because the Corolla did.
The Corolla did too, yeah. I don't know how the crank pulley in that car has never left the chat. It's been like, I always gotta buy these things and they're like 5 months out and I'm like, I'll wait. And then you just never end up getting one. Okay. We got another box. It's just rotors. That's good. All 4 rotors. You can do a full brake job on the car, which it needs because it's been sitting forever. That's sick. Like, I know it doesn't sound that exciting, just getting 4 brand new brake rotors. When you build a car, you realize all this little stuff adds up so
fast.
Freaking fast, where you'll get a good deal and all of a sudden it's a shit deal because you have to do brakes, fuel lines, all this stuff.
Rear pads.
Rear pads. Yes, full brake job, baby. That's huge.
Got all the factory stuff. Nice.
Car is super straight too.
Dude, we haven't really talked about that. There's a couple scratches, but it's been a car that's been like moved around, it's been sitting. It's got the Camry dent. If you know, you know. For a car that's been moved around and sat for a long time, usually they get pretty banged up, like more so than if they were driven. And I really can't complain. Like it's a car that actually doesn't need a full respray for once. It almost makes me want to rip the drivetrain out and just put a stock drivetrain back in and just have a nice car.
Hear me out. You said you wanted the 2J the Chaser.
No, the car just works well.
The car's too nice.
I'd put this thing in the damn 836 before anything.
I'm not gonna say no to that.
I can't put another engine swap in that car, dude. That thing has had 6 different engines in it since I've owned it. Both of the engine, make sure the engine's good. We'll just borescope everything. We'll drop the pin, we'll do all that. Just pull everything off and I'll just get it running. Because to get it running, I have to finish the wiring and I have to finish the fuel system and everything else we don't have to finish. We could leave the accessories off, we could leave the radiator off.
Then if it runs, redo all that.
And if it runs, it doesn't knock, it sounds healthy, then we can put it together and make it a running driving car. So it's like hard because if the drivetrain's fully hooked up right now, that's a lot of work finished. Like the harness made to the car, all this stuff, like it's almost a shame not to finish it and like have some fun with it. Car's a mystery, so let's go underneath the car and see what mystery beholds us. That sounds right.
So
the trans looks brand new.
Yeah, it's got an internal slate. It's got a clutch master.
It's definitely T56. It's out the box too, which is good. That adapter housing is crazy. Good clutch, good slave cylinder, brand new transmission.
Drivetrain's hooked up.
It's crusty. Paint your damn drive shaft, bro. What I'm gonna do, we're gonna put it in third gear and I'm gonna have Spoon here and hold it like with the sandpaper. No, it sucks because it looks so gross, but it's fine.
The engine looks super clean. The trans looks, I mean,
it just looks like it's been sitting, which it has. The fuel lines are hooked up. No way.
Look how new and clean everything looks under here. It's just the top that looks crusty.
It's all new RTV on that stuff.
Manifold was new. Gate was new. Like everything was brand new.
It just sat for like 5 years. The fuel lines hooked up. That's amazing. That means like realistically, the only thing we gotta obviously check the tank to make sure it's hooked up at the tank. But the only thing we have to do is finish the wiring, and we should be able to hear it run. That looks stock. Those are stock axles. That is not 1,000 horsepower axles.
Yeah, that's stock rear end.
Them bitches are 180 horsepower axle bitches. The fucking E30 axles are beefier than this. I wonder where those 1,000 horsepower axles ended up. That's a stock diff, for sure.
So from the looks of it, this car is completely stock, and they just Jay-Z swapped it and never finished it.
Yeah, I mean it's got
all the suspension, coilovers, everything's stock.
Yeah,
that's got yeah.
It's funny to see it with Mickey Thompson's, but with stock suspension, you know. It's probably stuff that got ordered and then like cars got moved around over the years, parts that are out, and they probably did have 1,000 horsepower axles, like
fuel lines come all the way back
somewhere and just got left and you know lost and everything. So I'm happy a lot of stuff was in the car.
The chassis itself is,
the pinch welds are straight, like everything's straight.
it's no purpose, just a good deal.
Is that a t-shirt? It was a good deal.
I think that's a good t-shirt.
That's a great t-shirt.
You would wear that? Yeah.
I'd wear that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. All right. This radiator intercooler setup is not him. That's not Spoon built right there. It's got a bash bar, like an aftermarket, which basically makes it a drift car. It basically makes it a drift car.
Let's finish one Drift FRS before we start another one.
Yeah, fair enough. But we could like have a team, me and you, Drift FRS buddies, paint the same cars.
You're Front Street.
No, but look at these.
We've already been talking about that.
Yeah, having your own like.
Somebody's got to drive with me at Final Bout.
That's kind of sick. I could drive both teams.
I'll
leave both cars on the grid.
We'll do this.
Come on, you want me on your team. It's a cool car, honestly. It's sick. We have some goodies on here. We don't know the condition of the engine. That's really the biggest one so far. So I think that if we're gonna go do anything with it, I think the first step is trying to dig into the engine a little bit and see if it's worth even trying to run. Really, what we have to do is just get the wiring figured out. It's all up there. It's meant for the Motec, and I don't know if I'd actually be able to get this thing to work with the Motec. I can have someone come and I just don't think I'll be the one that'll get the Motec to work on this car.
Jamie knows Motec.
Does he? Maybe we'll just have Jamie come here and work the Motec. He's got the software for it and everything, because a Motec's the only ECU I can't just plug into. Like, so I think it'll clean up really nice. So I think step one is just power washing this car, and I think this will honestly clean up really, really good. I'm eager to do that. I didn't get this to make a fuss about anything. We got it, like, I hate to say it, but it was really good. It was one of those just like you don't want to miss out on it, and it sets us up for future plans and stuff. I don't want to hinder any progress we got going on, but like I said, we have holes for content, and this might fill it very nicely.
Filling holes.
Just out here filling holes. That's what life's all about, man. Just filling holes.
Pause.
People are gonna ask a lot on the progress of Spoon's car, and I figured this is a good update to do it at the end of this video because, well, we're on FRS things, and I think since the last time you've shown it,
can't remember the last time we've seen it.
Either pop the hood and show him. Making something pretty damn cool, and it's the first time making it, and of course in Spoon fashion, he's killing it. So check this out. Boom. Spoon decided to tackle his first turbo manifold, and it honestly looks sick. I really like how you utilize like the mid mount setup or the bottom mount setup. Keep the weight low. You know, this is a lot of weight, and bringing down low actually is like a really good idea.
It doesn't heat soak the turbo with the turbo being underneath the manifold.
Very cool. And you got plenty of room for it to make it work. So I see you still have to weld it up. Like it's just really cool looking. Like I know your main goal was just to make the pipes fit, but it ended up like actually looking kind of gangster.
Aside from that, also got the entire front suspension on, full FDF kit, BC coilovers, you know.
It's a combo.
It's a combo. It works.
It's gonna make this car feel planted. He's gonna go out there. It's like his first drift car, which is crazy. Like we kind of expected Spoon to go to the top with it, but this thing should allow him to get from grassroots to pretty high up in a beautiful. It is a simple car at the end of the day. It's actually very simple. It's easy to work on. You're doing a beautiful job.
Trying to keep it very minimalistic.
Might not look like it, but it really is pretty simple. So
still a lot to do. We're still far from getting it running. It looks like it's close, but I'm still missing a lot of bits. My goal is my birthday. Have it running by my birthday. I'll be happy.
Okay. I mean, we could fudge some stuff and get it to run like right now, but
Oh, yeah. Like the there's gonna be nothing for the chassis harness.
Yeah.
It's lights, ECU, start. That's the chassis.
they've all convinced him to put wipers in it or something.
Nope.
but-
I've tried.
You've tried, yeah, whatever. He hates wipers for some reason. Rain-X exists.
Hey,
like,
it's just one less thing that's gonna fail.
let us know what you think we should do with this thing. I guess probably just figuring out if it runs is step one to all of it.
Let us know. What should we do? Comment. Tell this guy to do something cool.
Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and we'll see you guys very shortly.
Say